Hi everyone. Today I'll show you how I created this half moon curved line effect on my nails. Someone asked me to do a tutorial on this when I posted my nails on a Facebook group, and I also posted the swatches of the products that I had used, and this is what they looked like. Born Pretty, the brand that makes these polishes, also posted a tutorial on their Instagram, but this person really wanted me to show them how I personally did it with an explanation. So I'll show you how I did it with one of these reflective magnetic polishes from Born Pretty. This really works with any brand of magnetic polishes. I did this with a holographic cat eye gel polish from Born Pretty as well, but it works with any product really. This is one of their reflective glass cat magnetic collection or something like that. I can't remember which one this is. Maybe it's number 4. I don't know. I'll pop up a picture of the swatches here on the screen with the numbers. Then I start with a very strong neodymium magnet. This is very important. It needs to be a strong magnet, a rectangular one. These ones are too thin. Well, something like this that comes in a wand, it is as thick as the one that I'll use today, but it is a little shorter. So if you have this, you can use it, but you will have to kind of maneuver it around the tip a little bit to create this curved line, whereas the longer one allows you to do that way more easily and quickly with just one motion. If you get a wand like this online, it will usually come with a thicker magnet, while there are some other ones that come with a thinner magnet like this one. Those are the wands with just one side. I've noticed that those usually have a thinner magnet, while these ones with two sides usually come with a thicker magnet, which is going to work for this nail art. But I'll use this longer thicker one just for the sake of this video because I find it perfect. In order to get this effect, we will have to start with a velvet nail, and to do that we need to know how to place the magnet correctly. A lot of people do not place a magnet correctly and they just can't get that velvety effect. You don't want to place a magnet like this on its side. I'll show you next to the tip. A lot of people just place it like that towards the side of the nail, but that is just going to kind of make the pigments disappear, and that's why it doesn't work. It's not the magnet's fault. This magnet is thick enough, it's strong enough. It's just that you want to place it differently. It needs to be facing up like this. If you do that, you'll notice that the effect is better. So I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to place the flat surface up, facing up like so, and you can already see some movement in the pigments, and then place it on the other side as well, so it kind of creates this diffused design on the center of the nail, very shiny, and based on how you move the nail, the pigments will appear and disappear. This is what we want to start with before doing the curved line. And then once we've done that, we want to start with the same flat surface facing up and then turning the magnet at a 45-degree angle. So I'll show this on a tip that I've already made before. We don't want to do this. We want to do this, okay? So usually I'll start on the front of the nail and then raise the magnet above the surface and turn it so it's tilted at a 45-degree angle and move it towards the cuticle or towards the tip, just so I can find the perfect spot to create that line that I like. I'll show you this on this gel polish. I start on the front and then slightly tilted. As you can see, the pigments are already moving. I come a little closer to the cuticle and closer to the nail, and as you can see, it's the thinner side of the magnet that kind of meets the surface of the nail and creates this line. It's the curve and the nail that makes the line curved. It's not the magnet. You don't need a round magnet to do this. I'll show you what it looks like if you do it with a round magnet, but it doesn't look as cool. Can you see the movement? The line kind of disappears and it turns into this glow closer to the cuticle, which is exactly why this effect is so special. Look at these swatches. These are duochrome, so they look even more impressive with this effect. Now, I touched the nail by accident before curing it, so I'll show you how I reset it. If you make a lot of attempts with magnets, you might notice that the magnet doesn't seem to work anymore after a few tries, and that's because the pigments kind of settle in that position. So you wanna brush the product back on the nail. You don't need to add any more product, just need to, you know, mix it with the brush so it kind of starts from zero. And I will show you how you can do something similar with a round magnet, because I've seen a lot of people do that. You can just push the pigment away from the cuticle and then go around the tip of the nail with another magnet or the same magnet to round up the line. This is kind of a manual way to create a curved line, but you will see that the effect is not the same. There's no movement, there's not much movement. The line doesn't do this thing. Look at them in comparison. It doesn't move the same way. So yes, it's a curved line. If you like that, then you can do that technique, but in order to get this movement and this special effect, you will need to do what I showed you earlier. Now, because this is not the design that I'm going for, I will show you how I reset the nail, so to speak. So I brush on the wet product again to kind of make the pigments reactive to the magnet. I kind of pull the product off of the nail a little bit and then reapply it to make sure everything will work perfectly at my next attempt, because the pigments, as I said, tend to not react to the magnet anymore after a few tries. So I'll move the magnet quickly around the nail just to show you again how I did it. Place the magnet in front and tilt it and get closer to the nail until I see this curved line. And then you want to cure it as soon as possible, because otherwise if you let it sit, it will disperse and you will lose your design. You'll have to redo it. So make sure you flash cure between each nail and you're done. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments, because I know it can be still a little tricky, and I'll see you next time. Bye.